Welcome to What's the Stack? As technical recruiters, every day we're asking, what's the stack? So we thought, why not bring that question to life and interview some of our favourite technical friends in the industry, asking them, what is their stack over a stack of pancakes in Brisbane's iconic church turned 24/7 pancake restaurant, the Pancake Manor.
Our guest today is Adam Skinner. Now, if you're at a networking event with Adam Skinner, you'd be forgiven for thinking he's a magnet. When he's there, everyone wants to be around him and find out more about him. Today, he's the CTO of CitrusAd, and I actually heard that the reason why everyone's so magnetised to him is because he's an amateur magician and he carries magnets in his pocket because that's what a lot of his tricks have to do.
Again, that might not be true, but what we really like about Adam is he's had quite a squiggly career with an unconventional starting in hospitality before becoming the CTO to one of the largest brands that's just been acquired by Publicis Groupe International. So, why don't we go meet Adam?
What's that behind your ear?
Well, let's go meet Adam. Thank you so much.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Adam.
no
It's
dramas
great
at all.
to have you here. We can see you've got a little unconventional, but what's the stack?
So I've got waffles.
Waffles?
So it's probably
No
the least, the least unhealthy option at the moment.
Yeah, no, fantastic. And what's your technical stack?
We have a pretty unique tech stack in that we use a Golang backend, Java Spring Boot, and Micronaut. And then we have obviously a Java front end as well there as well. So quite unique in the Brisbane market. There's not many other kind of I suppose tech companies out there that are using Golang. So that becomes I suppose difficult to find talent. Okay, but we do have a mantra of that it's kind of like promoting interesting work. So it doesn't matter what you come to CitrusAd with tech skills, as long as you have a willingness to learn. We'll teach Golang.
Yeah, that's terrific. And going broad first, but give us a bit of a career elevator pitch, or I guess a story of how your career came to be what it is today.
I went to hotel school. I always wanted to be a hotel manager or a chef or something along those lines. So I got formalised training at a hotel school in Sydney, and then literally got out after I graduated and had a gotcha moment where I was just like, I don't want to do this. Moved into hospitality tech. And because I could take, I suppose, the passion that I had for hospitality, but not actually working in it, okay, and apply that to a kind of a tech side.
Absolutely. I am a big hospo kid. Yeah. I come from a hospo background as well, and I feel like there's no better training school. Everything needs a solution within 30 seconds. The kitchen will literally be on fire and you'd have to walk out and be like, well, welcome, what can I get for you? And I guess it's that rapid problem solving with the customer staring at you quite agitated and what you kind of do in those circumstances.
Yeah. And knowing just how to, I suppose knowing how to put yourself into different situations that, everything goes back to the customer. Whether you're a software engineer, whether you're a product manager, whether you're an SVP of technology, okay, everything that you do is going to go back to the customer. So that's a key quality that I personally always look for in somebody.
Do you think that also impacts your relationship to user experience as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So like that's when we're doing kind of like ideation sessions or kind of like product roundtables, we're always always going back to that kind of core value of looking for what does the customer want. About 8 years ago on Monday, okay, made the move from Sydney to the Gold Coast, and I took a job as a project manager with an IT project manager with Art and Leisure Group at the time, and then worked with them for coming on close to 7 years, and then became the CIO, CTO at Fitness and Lifestyle Group, which was formed off the back of the divestment from Art and Leisure, so Good Life divested out, and then spent the better half of 3 years basically building the tech from the ground up. Which is a really unique thing to have because it's like you've got a blank canvas, so you can kind of come in and do whatever you want. And then obviously COVID hit and threw a couple of curveballs for the fitness industry, and decided that, well, at the time I got reached out from the two co-founders of CitrusAd and seeing if I wanted to join them. Didn't know anything about CitrusAd. Had never at that time I hadn't even heard of them. But with my experience from Fitness and Lifestyle Group, had been involved quite heavily with kind of the building out of all the ad tech and the MarTech automation. So when I sat down with Brad and Nick from Citrus, I was just like blown away straight away at like this small little company, startup out of Brisbane, is now challenging the likes of Facebook and Amazon on the big world stage.
Over the last sort of 12 months, CitrusAd has gone through some massive changes. So you've been recently acquired by Publicis Groupe, grown your team from that small group of 20 now to over 100. What's been your biggest learning over the last 12 months as far as growing your team goes and also managing people through change?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, and to use the word that seems to be the most quoted word in history at the moment, unprecedented.
Yeah.
So like we've been through obviously, major unprecedented events in terms of COVID and these lockdowns or these change in lifestyles is probably the way that the best way to put it. Just going back to that human factor with your team, okay, it goes a long way. Give your team members the boundaries, okay, that they need to operate under, okay, and be very clear and kind of upfront with them around those boundaries, but then allow them the flexibility, okay, to literally choose how they operate within those boundaries.
I guess what's been your biggest learnings, and I guess how do you I know Outland Denim, I don't know if you've heard of their story, but they always talk about how Meghan Markle buying their jeans almost broke the company because it just kind of rose them to success way too fast. Like, how do you find rising to success in a way that your team is ready for, you're ready for, the product is ready for, and the scalability challenges?
Look, it's got to be scalable.
Yeah.
Okay, and sustainable. Okay, like we can't just go and hire 30 engineers tomorrow. Okay, because that, like the Meghan Markle piece, it would cripple our company. Okay, because we would be having our existing team members would be spending more time onboarding those engineers. Okay, than what it would be actually building the product out.
What parts of the role of CTO do people not tell you about?
Sometimes there's a misconception. Is like people think that if someone's a good software developer, they're going to make a good CTO. Okay, and it's definitely, I suppose, not the case in that scenario.
You're functioning in a squad function at the moment, similar to Spotify, I think is the model.
Yep.
Why do you think there's so many businesses transitioning to that sort of cross-functional team model? What's the appeal? Why does it work?
Yeah, and look, we didn't didn't just go and copy Spotify, okay, because like there's probably a lot of organisations, probably here in Brisbane too, that have just gone and done that and just wondered why didn't it work or why wasn't it a success? And my advice to anyone that's kind of embarking on kind of process transformation like that, or going through kind of like say agile or any agile transformation, okay, is that you need to apply it to kind of what works for you in your organisation.
What development in tech, or I guess emerging tech trend, are you most excited about at the moment?
Look, for me, it's all about, I suppose, data, okay, and the monetization and democratization of data. I think that's going to be the key piece. So whether that's kind of like predictive or machine learning, anything along those lines, that's where I see, I suppose, the value for Citrus, okay, and the value for any tech companies moving forward.
CTO feels like a pretty good acronym. What's your favourite business acronym?
My most favourite one would probably be EMOM, so that's like every minute on the minute.
Oh, that's fun. I like EMOM.
Tuna in an office environment, yes or no?
Oh, definitely no.
Yeah. Oh, Emily and I can't agree on this.
Definitely no.
I'm just going to open tuna and leave it on your desk.
And you can add cauliflower, broccoli
in
the microwave to that list as well.
Yeah. I can second the broccoli, like no broccoli in the microwave, but tuna, open it up. Be healthy. What is the secret to growing a great beard?
In answer to your question, lots of tender loving care, lots of oils, and lots of trips to the barber. Okay, to get it. Okay, but I just finished a 12-week fitness challenge, and I had to lose 1.2 kilos in 24 hours.
So the beard's gotta go.
So I figured there was 200 grams in the beard at least. So I got rid of the beard. Okay, and I actually weighed it. And there was like 220 grams.
Wow.
Okay, in the beard. So I got rid of.
Is it good for your neck?
It's probably not.
Quite
Probably
heavy.
not.
There's a fire at your office. The alarm has sounded to evacuate, and you can only grab one thing. What do you grab?
I'd be grabbing my laptop.
Yeah. Good one. The team can stay. Walk yourselves out.
I mean, they'd be grabbing their stuff as well.
Google or Bing?
Oh, Google. I thought you were going to say Google, Bing, or Ask Jeeves.
Does that
which
change
case
your
is
answer
Ask
at all?
No, Google still.
And I guess to wrap us up, why do you love having a career in tech?
Look, every day is different. Okay, and so one day you can roll out of the bed and be working on something, and then the next day something completely different.
Having waffles with
having waffles having waffles, and I think if there's one thing you can get out of this, it's like that I'm quite passionate about what I do, and passionate about the people that I work with every day. I've got two co-founders at CitrusAd that are absolutely awesome. Like they give me the freedom to be able to kind of do what I do every day. That's pretty cool. Okay, and we're working in one of the best cities in the world for tech. And I was just having a conversation with someone before. This is really what I'm really passionate about, is kind of like uplifting the tech scene in Brisbane. And I suppose why I wanted to kind of do this, because it's like we really need to be focusing on the next I suppose generation of tech and tech leaders coming through the ranks, and showing them how good a career in tech can be.